Sunday, December 11, the model of Jesus. Read Luke chapter 2, verse 52. What four dimensions of Jesus' growth are mentioned in this passage? Luke 2:52, and Jesus increased in wisdom and stature and in favour with God and man. Jesus was the perfect human being, and his growth comprised all basic dimensions of human existence. According to Luke 2:52, Jesus grew in wisdom, mentally, and stature, physically, and in favour with God, spiritually, and man, socially. His mind was active and penetrating, we read in The Desire of Ages, page 68 and 69, with a thoughtfulness and wisdom beyond his years. Yet his character was beautiful in its symmetry. The powers of mind and body developed gradually in keeping with the laws of childhood. As a child, Jesus manifested a peculiar loveliness of disposition. His willing hands were ever ready to serve others. He manifested a patience that nothing could disturb, and a truthfulness that would never sacrifice integrity. In principle, firm as a rock, his life revealed the grace of unselfish courtesy. End of quote. Read Matthew chapter 4, verse 23. How can the threefold ministry of Jesus, to teach, to preach, and to heal, be carried on by us effectively today? Matthew 4, verse 23, and Jesus went about all Galilee, preaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing all kind of sickness and all kinds of disease among the people. If we recognize that a human being is an integrated and indivisible person, then we cannot restrict our religion to spiritual matters only. The truth actually embraces our whole being, covers our entire lifespan, and comprises all dimensions of our life. Our physical and spiritual elements are so powerfully integrated that they really cannot be separated. And though, as fallen beings, we will never be equal to the depiction of Jesus as presented above, we are by God's grace to emulate it because, as we read in Education, page 15 and 16, to restore in man the image of his Maker, to bring him back to the perfection in which he was created, to promote the development of body, mind, and soul, is the work of redemption. This is what God seeks to do in his people as part of the process to prepare them for his return. And so to finish the day, in contrasting ourselves to Jesus, we could easily be discouraged by the difference. How then does focusing on the cross and what it means protect us from being disheartened by what we see in ourselves as compared to what we see in Jesus? This lesson was read by Dr. Percy Harrold for Christian Services for the Blind. Sponsored by the Sabbath School Department and distributed through Hope Channel Australia, this podcast is also redistributed by Hope Channel Germany, Christian Record Services for the Blind. It is also available on SoundCloud and through multiple podcast distributors, including Apple iTunes. And you can listen and watch at the same time on YouTube. Remember, God is always faithful.